Hey, what's going on? It's Mitch, Team Black Swamp Discs, and I've got it in the bag for you today. So to get started, my putting putters, I currently putt with Yeti AVRs. I like the little bead on them. The grip is nice. I used to putt with JKs, but the Yeti's just a bit stiffer. I mostly use this blue one, this orange one. It's a little flippier, so if I do throw these guys, it's a little straighter. This one's got a little more finish to it. But yeah, these guys, really good staples in the bag. I love putting with these guys. Next we're going to get into the throwing putters. These throwing putters are proxies. I really like the proxy. I used to throw the NB. I threw the proxy once and I've never looked back. So this is an Electron Soft proxy, super beat up, perfect hyzer flip disc. I love throwing it on little backhand approach shots. Anti-turnover lines, it'll just hold. Doesn't dump over, which is super nice. But yeah, this is my go-to disc. You'll see me throw this probably the most out of any disc in the bag. I have this other proxy, I believe it's in neutron plastic, and it's super straight. Super straight with a little bit of fade at the end. So this one I can pump hard and flat to hit gaps, and really good disc. Next I have the approach discs. I love the Zone. I've experimented with a bunch of different approach discs and I always find myself going back to the Zone. It's too good. It's too good. And with the amounts of different kinds of plastics there are, you can get all sorts of shapes out of them. This one is Glow Jawbreaker. I love a Jawbreaker Zone, but they beat in too much. I found this Ben Calloway Ledgestone edition, and it definitely doesn't beat in as fast as the other Jawbreaker. So this is a super straight flyer with baby finish on it. I can put it on hyzer, it'll hold the line. I can throw nice little touch flex shots with it. Super cool disc. The other one's a 6 Claw ESP Zone. This is a little beefier. I can put it out flat. It's gonna have reliable finish towards the basket. Just a great disc. Next are mid-ranges. So to start are my beefcakes. These are mortars, Hyzer Bomb mortars, Innova-made disc, and I've got them in two different plastics. So this plastic is a little gummier. I really like this for big hyzer approach shots, anywhere from like 220 to 260 or so. I just put it on a ton of hyzer, spikes down, and hits the ground and just sticks. It doesn't roll much, doesn't get much skip. Awesome disc. I also have in this Recon plastic. This is a Big Jeremy Cooling version. This disc is awesome. It flies very similar. The stability is really similar, but it's just a harder plastic and gets a little more skip. For my straighter mid-ranges, I first have an Innova Super Stingray. Some of you might be familiar with the Super Stingray. You're probably more familiar with the Innova Stingray. The Stingray is a pretty flippy old mold. The Super Stingray is a little more stable. This disc I'll pump out flat and it just has a really flat finish. Really good feeling mold in my hand. I used to throw rocks and this mold just felt a lot nicer in the grooves of my fingers than a rock did. Love this disc. And then for my flippier mid-range spot, I have this Kalavisca 400G M4. This M4 is a hyzer flip monster. I put it On angle, it'll flip up, go straight. If I put it on a little less angle, it'll turn over and hold. I can put it on Annie and it'll just hold the line forever. Awesome disc for shredding up the woods. Next, we'll move into the fairway drivers. I've bagged quite a few fairway drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fairway drivers I bagged. So we'll get to them now. First is like my roller utility disc. This is a first run DGA Vortex. This is a Katrina Allen series disc that DGA produced when she went over there. This disc is so flippy. It is an amazing dummy roller disc and really nice for pounding hard on hyzer, and I know it's going to flip over. Super fun disc to throw, especially in the woods. Next I have an old Champ Leopard. This thing is money. I hope I never lose this. I think it's a patent number. It's old pearly Champ. This thing is awesome. Super straight flyer. Put it on a hyzer, it'll flip up and hold. Put it flat, it turns. Yeah, this is an amazing disc. To kind of complement that, I have a Dark Rebel fairway disc. This disc is a lot more overstable. If I put it on a little angle, it's going to fight out. If I put it on a hyzer, it's just going to hold hyzer and glide left forever. This disc is super cool. One of my favorite discs in the bag, my Champ T-Bird. You can see how beat up it is. This disc is money. This serves a similar purpose as the mortars, just at a longer distance. Anything like 270 to 370, I'm pulling this guy out. I'm gonna pump it flat or pump it on hyzer. Reliable flight every single time. Surprisingly overstable for how beat in it is. I love a Champion T-Bird. I will always bag one. I also have a T-Bird 3 here. This is an AB Color Glow T-Bird 3. This disc is a good complement to this one. It's a little straighter, a little further of a flyer. I can pump it out flat. It's going to have some really nice hard finish. Really good for that like 320 range. Pump it flat, get it around a corner. This disc is super awesome. Serves a very similar purpose to the T-Bird, but just a little more distance. Next is one of my favorite discs in the bag. This is the Pipeline. It's a horrible color to throw. I lose it all the time, but it's an amazing disc. I think the numbers on this is like 8502 or something. It does not fly like that. This is another hyzer flip machine. This disc is so awesome. I put it on the hyzer, it'll flip all the way up, turn over, fight out. Amazing for carving lines in the woods. An 8-speed, but very far flying. I can pump this thing out to like, I don't know, 380, and with my arm speed, that feels good. So I love this disc. It kind of does it all for me. Holds all sorts of lines. Put it on hyzer, get it to move way left. Yeah, this thing is awesome, and it has part of my name in it, so I love it for that reason. No bag is complete without an overstable 9-speed. So I have two Firebirds. I have one, I think this is a 21 Sexy Bird. This is the classic Color Glow Nate Sexton. This is a bit of a straighter flyer than the other one I bag. Just an all-around great scramble disc. Everyone needs one. This is a Zach Johnson Color Glow Firebird. This one is way more overstable. This thing is the beat. Probably one of the most overstable discs in my bag. Super good for skip shots, forehand flexes, does anything you need it to do. Firebird, awesome. Get yourself one. Finally, for the fairways, we have the Halo Savant. This is not a disc that a lot of people throw, but I have taken a liking to it. It flies a lot like a beat up Thunderbird. I think it's a 9-speed. It really flat with reliable finish. Sort of similar to that T-Bird 3, but just goes a little bit further. Can't go wrong with Halo plastic. Love this one. Finally, this is what everybody waits for, the distance drivers. So we'll start off with the slower speeds. I bag a Scorch. This Scorch goes so far. I love this disc, and look at those colors. I mean, that's awesome. This is hyzer flip disc. I can put it out on Annie, put it flat, put it on Annie. It'll just pan forever. This disc is awesome, super glidey. Love the Scorch. Next, I bag a couple Wraiths. Wraiths, I predominantly forehand. This one is sort of a hyzer flip forehand disc for me. Yeah, I've bagged Wraiths for a long time, and I'll throw them backhand occasionally, but really the Wraiths for me are like my distance forehand discs. So I have a regular Climbos Star Wraith, super easy color to find in the woods, hard to lose. Love this disc. And then I have this girthy Halo Wraith, which it's a little more overstable. It's starting to get beaten now. This is a really far flyer. I will throw this one backhand on occasion into a headwind if I need some beef. Super solid disc, forehand and backhand wind disc. This is my flippy Star Destroyer. I actually traded a more overstable Star Destroyer to somebody who throws much harder than I do for this disc, and when I tell you this disc has changed the way that I've been playing disc golf, it's crazy. It's sort of got that like blizzardy rim, but it's 170 something, so not lightweight by any means. It's just, I don't know what happened with this run. This disc is super flippy, super amazing. Yeah, I can throw this flat, it gets a really good turn and baby fights out at the end, or I can put it on hyzer and throw hyzer flips in the woods with it. This disc is so awesome. An amazing complement to that is my Splatter Star GCDGA, shout out GCDGA Destroyer. This is a little flatter. It used to be a forehand disc for me, but I've loved throwing just big hyzers with this disc. Put it out flat, it's gonna finish nice. Put it on Annie, it'll get a ton of distance. This disc is awesome, and the Splatter Star is so cool. Look at those colors. And to finish it all off, we've got the mother of beef, the white and blue 21 Calvin Tour Series Destroyer. This is a super headwind disc, forehand skip disc. It kind of serves a similar purpose to my Firebirds, but goes quite a bit further. This thing is super fun, and I'm excited to see how I can use it more as it beats in. This disc is awesome. So, and the art, so sick. Shout out Calvin. That's my bag. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You're good.